It's nothing the ladies love more than a guy who smells good. I mean, come on. Let me know if I'm lying. When you're going out there, make sure you smell good. You pretty much giving yourself a 100% success rate whenever you're shooting at the girls out here. And if you got a girlfriend, then wouldn't you want to smell good for your girl? Which is exactly why in this video, I'm about to be putting you all on the best colognes I was able to find for fall. Now, I only have a few on this list because I am relatively new to cologne and I don't have access to like all these like cologne suggestions that I'm getting. It's really tough to like either get a sample of them or then having to go to cologne shops and hope they have it there to give it a smell. So everything on this list, I either have myself or was able to go to a cologne shop and smell a sample of it myself. So you know I'm giving you something that I would at least wear. And then of course the things on this list are also highly recommended by other people. Only thing is, one thing about cologne is everybody's different and there's so many different ways to wear cologne, layer it, and things of that nature. Cologne is such a bigger world than I thought it was. When I started researching to make this video, the cologne game is crazy. And I'm not even a rookie, bro. I'm a literal noob when it comes to this. But I know a lot of y'all have been asking for it, so I did my best to put together this video. I'm gonna have a ton more on the way, but that's a lot of talking. Let's go ahead and get into the first cologne. Stronger With You. You can see I actually have this one and I've been using it a lot. The reason I used it so much is because this is more like a good fall cologne, but I was using it like year round because I didn't know, I just knew it smelled good, so I was using it year round. The best way I could summarize it is like, it has like this vanilla scent to it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the notes on screen and you can kind of look at that and get your own judgment of it. I just can just talk about it to the best of my ability. This cologne, when I wear it, I definitely get tons of compliments. Scent stacking with this is super OP. It is a really strong cologne. I don't think I really need more than like 2 to 3 sprays with this. And honestly, 3 might be kind of pushing it. Like I said, I'm a cologne noob, so I was using it a lot just to go everywhere and shit like that. But I would definitely use this for more intimate places. So somewhere where you're gonna be more close quarters with people. I wouldn't say like parties, because you know me, I'm in college. So when I wear cologne a lot, I'm going out to like parties, clubs, and things like that. Those are all hot, stuffy places where I wouldn't wear something like this to that. I have a fresh cologne that I'm about to talk about next that I would say is better for that. But you know, somewhere like banquets or dinners, things like that. Even if you're going to school, maybe, I think this makes a lot more sense for events like that. It is a little bit on the pricier side. I don't remember exactly how much it is, but I know it's a little bit more than $100. But I can't lie, I would highly recommend this. One of the best colognes I have got. Now the next cologne we're going to talk about, I did say it was a little bit fresh, but honestly it's more like a fresh cologne whenever you first put it on, but as it starts to develop, it becomes a little bit more warm and spicy. But that next cologne is going, damn, I almost knocked over Astro Boy. Next cologne is going to be Armani Code. This one is literally almost finished. Like, if I hold it up, yeah, this is done. This is pretty much done. Fuck, I gotta buy some new one. I got this for Christmas like years ago. When I got this, I was just like, oh, it's just another cologne. But this cologne is a beast. Fresh at the beginning, but that vibe it has to it really does last a good little minute. One thing that I noticed is this cologne is really good for layering. I liked mixing it a lot with this other cologne that I have. Clearly, since it's almost finished, you know I was wearing it a lot, but at the same time, you know I was a noob, so I was wasting shit. But point being, this cologne is absolutely one of my favorites. I definitely need to re-up on it just so I can make sure I have one on me at all times. I can't attest to how many compliments I got with it because of the fact that I was layering it a lot. I personally like the smell of it. I feel like this is a great blind buy. If you buy this, it's a very safe cologne to buy. I don't know about the affordability though. I know the bigger bottles tend to get a little bit more expensive. I think this size right here, I think is a little bit under $100, but as you start to get the bigger ones, you kind of want to get one that lasts. So I think those can get to like $120 maybe, but still definitely not too bad of a price and can last you a good little minute, and definitely could check out Armani Code for the fall. Now this next one I talked about in one of my recent hygiene videos, and I've been using it for a little minute, but I definitely would say it's subjective. This one's a little bit of a risque. The reason it's a good risk is because of the price, and that's going to be Sabrina Carpenter's Sweet Tooth, specifically the cherry one. Now I know what you're thinking, Sabrina Carpenter, oh no, that's a woman's fragrance. Yeah, it is. Let's get that out of the way. But thing is, when it comes to like these scents, if you're not wearing unisex smells, or if you're not even sometimes experimenting with women's colognes, you're gonna be something on a whole nother world of smells, and you have the potential to smell really unique compared to everybody else out there. This was one of those risks where I decided to just take, I see some dudes on TikTok saying that they like the smell of it, so I decided, fuck it. I literally got this at Walmart for $30. And of course you can get the bigger sizes. I think it's probably less than 100. I like it a lot better when I layer it with something else, just because the cherry smell is pretty strong, and I personally don't like fruity scents that much when they're that strong. There are some that I like and I make exceptions for, but this one I definitely like to layer it. My little time that I've had it, I think that cherry vibe, it's fruity, is kind of like summer-ish. You know, fall is still a little bit hot outside. I feel like whenever you actually get a chance to smell it, you can see why I would say this would work really well in the fall. And like I said, it's only $30. So like she has like, I think 3 different ones. It's like caramel, regular, and then this one. I blind bought this one. Like I said, for the price, you can't really beat it. Now, the next colognes I don't personally have in my collection, so it's gonna be a little bit harder for me to talk about them, but I'm gonna do my best to put the notes on screen and then just read descriptions online or get my best impression of how I smelled them. I've heard a lot of good reviews about them. I have one friend who had one of these, and it's just, I did my best. I did my best research, okay? So you can trust that these colognes are still pretty decent and are safe by and by. First one we're gonna talk about is going to be Azzaro's Most Wanted. I feel like a lot of people have seen this one. It's like the bottle that's like grenade looking, woody and like spicy scent. I smelt it in a cologne shop a minute ago, but I definitely remember the scent of it. It's on my list of colognes I would like to buy. It definitely has a masculine vibe to it, so you don't gotta worry about, you know, the little Sabrina Carpenter shit and shit like that. I will say it's a little bit on the pricier side. It is over $100 for sure. I think when it comes down to like that fall season, having a base note of At Most Wanted will take you very, very far in the fall. I actually have a bourbon vanilla soap. Actually, I have it right here. I'm about to film another video after this, but yeah, it's this Cremo bourbon vanilla soap right here. And I bet if I paired that Azzaro Most Wanted with this soap right here, I'd be getting compliments all day. Vanilla is super crazy like in the fall season. So I have a friend that has this cologne and he said it's pretty good. I think he actually wore it on a date one time. It was either that or he used my cologne. I look and forgot. But point being, if he did wear it on that date, I'm sure he was able to bring home that dub after that date. So say what you want, but I think Azzaro Most Wanted is a very safe blind buy that you should check out. Next one we're gonna talk about Liquid Bren, I think is how you say it, Bren, Liquid Bren. I've heard a lot about this one too. I've heard the projection on these are crazy. I think there's like a full collection of like colognes that they make supposedly really good. So that's why I added this one on this list. I think this one's a little bit more on the affordable side compared to the Most Wanted. So I wanted to make sure to add a little bit of pricing variety as well. I believe this one you can get around $30 to like $50. And for a really good price, you can definitely go ahead and check that one out. I'll probably end up getting it as an alternative to the Most Wanted just because I have that, like I said, I have that bourbon vanilla soap and I wanted to, you know, scent stack. But something about spending $130 on a cologne right now, especially after just moving, it ain't making sense. You feel me? So I'm building my budget cologne list up. That way I can make a video for y'all too. But we're gonna check that one out in a future video. For the best moments of right now, all I can provide you with is the note list, of course. Y'all can go out there and test it for yourselves. I feel like for $30, it's a very safe blind buy. Makes sense for the fall season. So the next one we're gonna talk about is going to be, I don't know how the fuck to pronounce this, but it's called Latafa. Second word. But I'm sure y'all seen this one on TikTok shop. Don't let that scare y'all. This cologne is a beast. I went to go smell it at this cologne store and I'm telling you, I would have bought it then and there, but can't lie, you can get it cheaper on TikTok shop. They're not capping. So if I do get that cologne, if I do decide to pull the trigger on that cologne, I'll probably get it online. I did go in there and I smelt it and it's damn near everything they say it is. It's very good projection, smells really good. The reason I would suggest it is really that price point. I'm not saying it's the best and craziest cologne. It honestly is a little bit, honestly, as I smell more higher price ticket colognes, it does smell pretty generic compared to like big ticket colognes, but at the same time, not everyone is out here spending $150 to $300 on their cologne all the time. I think this one was like 50 bucks max. Great entry level cologne. And everyone knows that the Arabian scents are definitely a lot stronger, last longer. I feel like I put a lot of vanilla colognes on this list, but I don't know. It just makes sense, bro. I'm sorry. That's just how it is, bro. For the fall season, vanilla just makes sense. So if you definitely balling on the budget and you're trying to get you a good cologne, check out Latafa. But with that being said, that's gonna bring me to the end of this video. Now, I know this one's definitely one of my shorter videos in the most recent uploads, but the reason for that is simply because I don't really got that many colognes. Well, I got a decent amount of colognes, but some of them just either smell the same, don't make sense, or fucking trash. And I wouldn't want to suggest y'all trash. So I'm really working on my cologne game. It's gonna take me a minute to get these videos out just because, like I'm saying, I want to actually suggest good colognes. So I'm gonna keep working on these, getting better. And y'all go ahead and go crazy in the comments. Suggest me all y'all's favorite colognes, budget ones, expensive ones, ones that I should try, where to get them, all that stuff. Let's go crazy in the comments. I'm definitely be down there responding and giving my suggestions and tips as well. That way we can grow our collections together, you feel me? But hopefully at least this video gave you maybe at least 1 or 2 colognes that you may be wanting to add to your list. Maybe it's a confirmation that you've seen somewhere else that you should come buy this cologne, so who knows? Do my best to get these colognes, maybe talk about them again later down the line, but I think this should put y'all in a good place to where you can get colognes for the fall. If you guys have enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, and consider subscribing. It really means a lot to me. It helps grow the channel. And I'm gonna catch y'all boys in the next one.